What is up, Nerf Nation? I'm Naptown Nerf, and today we're going to open up a package from Apex Tactical. Got quite a few things from Apex, and I will be completely set for End War now. I can't wait to open this up. I'll have lots of different options for my loadout depending on the style of game they decide to do. We still really don't know a whole lot about it, but I do think lighter loadouts are going to be key. For some reason, I have this feeling. But let's go ahead and get into this and see what we got. Boom. All right. I'm excited. I've got a few different things that I've been wanting for a while. Apex Tactical has been around for a little bit, but his shop has moved around quite a bit. I think my first order was from him off of Etsy, then he moved to eBay. I made an order there, and then he kind of disappeared between those two, and then again, and then he ended up on this other site where he's selling his stuff now. I can't remember the name of the site, maybe Bonanza or something like that. It starts with a B. I can't remember. I've never heard of it before, but nevertheless, we got some cool stuff, and I'll definitely link his store in the description, but this is, it's going to be interesting. I'm not sure what's what here, because I got two different holsters, and we'll have to figure this out, but one of the holsters is for a Strife, and that will be really awesome to have as a secondary possibility if I want to. That would be really sweet and something that will come in handy for lots of game types, in my opinion. So, looking forward to that. And I believe the other holster is for a hammer shot. If I decide I want to run a hammer shot on my leg, I'm not sure which one was which. I can't remember what I did, but one of them is a left leg and one of them is a right leg. So my guess is probably this is for the hammer shot. I think I have it right. I think this is for the hammer shot and this is for the Strife. But nevertheless, I got both of those options. I could run them together because I have one for each leg, or I could just run one or the other. Pretty cool stuff, and can't wait to throw some blasters in these things. But these things are made really, really well. They protect your blaster. If you paint them, they're soft, so they're not going to mess up anything like a hard thing, and they just hold your blaster so tightly. They're made for that specific blaster, so there's no wiggle room. It's not shaking around inside the holster, and it's about as stable as you could possibly get it. Especially with these added leg pads, they really hold it onto your leg really well and really keep it nice and stable. So can't wait to try these on. I also got a leg mount for extra magazines if I want to run extra magazines on my leg. I'm not sure how much I'll use this or not, but I thought it was a cool thing to have and an option to have. But I could actually fit 4 22 round worker mags in this, which is pretty sweet. So this is actually designed for the 22 round magazine. You can also get this basically the exact same thing to fit the 18 round magazines. So that's pretty sweet. There's 2 straps there to go around your leg, so that's really, really cool. These things are just really, really tough and durable. They're made really, really well, and I really like his stuff a lot. Even has some metal rivets back here, so that just shows you how well it's made. It's more than just, stitching, so that's pretty cool. Then I got this, which is a pouch you could put on your Molly vest or what have you, anything with Molly, and you could also just run it with a simple belt. And it will hold quite a bit of ammo. So if you just want extra ammo in a big pouch like this is a great way to run it. And I think this is really helpful. I know Jill likes hers a lot. I gave one of these to her a while back, and I was like, man, I really wish I had one for myself. So I went ahead and got one of these. But you can fit a 35 round drum in here, maybe even 2. I'm not sure if you can fit 2 35 round drums, but it'll fit quite a bit. You can fit quite a few 18 round magazines and things like that. So we'll definitely take a look at that and see what all we can actually fit in here. And then I got another dump pouch, which I needed actually for when I run my Khaos, because I actually throw 2 magazines in each dump pouch, and that's kind of how I carry those big things around. So now I'll have one on my right and one on my left, so I can actually carry 4 40 round Khaos magazines. Yeah, pretty cool stuff. Let's go ahead and check out what these things can hold and kind of give you some examples. So we'll just start back with the dump pouch, and I'll show you kind of how the Khaos magazines fit in there. They just, 2 of them will fit really pretty well in there, and they're still reasonably easy to pull out. considering how bulky and whatnot they are. So I actually prefer them to be placed face together like this, so they slide against each other a little bit better. They don't hit on these things. Will fit together like that, and I feel like that makes it easier to pull out because you can kind of grab each corner there. So I'll run 2 on one side, 2 on the other, and I'll have 4 plus the one in the one in the blaster. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And then obviously you can use these to dump your 18 rounds or 22 round magazines, which is I use that obviously also, especially for HVZ, where you don't want to just drop your magazines on the ground. You want to try to keep them. So pretty cool. And a good dump pouch is very, very handy. All right, the large ammo pouch I don't believe will fit the Khaos mags, but we will try. No, they're too long. Yeah, they're too long. They really won't fit in there, but this will fit quite a few other things. So 35 round drum, you can throw right in there. That fits nicely, just like that. And you probably can actually maybe even fit another one in there. I'm not sure. Let's see, I got a 25 round drum. That probably would fit, sort of. So that's a little bit, I probably wouldn't run it with those 2 things in there. Drums aren't really the best use of space for ammo, so honestly, if I was running this, I would throw in just 18 round stick mags and keep those in there. We can throw them in just like this. It's a tight fit actually for an 18 round stick mag, but I think that's a good thing because then they don't shake around and stuff. So you can just keep these. This isn't really for quick access, it's just to have in case you get into a spot where you need to loan out some magazines, or you need to switch out magazines quickly without having to load them. Obviously they're already pre-loaded in here and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Alright, I was able to get 5 18 round magazines and a 12 round magazine in there. It's a very tight fit with that, but that's quite a bit of ammo, and it's good that it's tight because it won't flop around in there. And then you could put this on the back of like a vest on your Molly rig if you have a back tactical vest that would allow that. And then also you could just strap it to a belt and run it that way. So that's pretty cool and nice to have. If you like to carry around a lot of ammo and extra ammo for other people, this is a pretty cool option and pretty neat there. So I do like this a lot. If it goes on a Molly rig, I believe it goes actually this direction on your back. So it's really easy to unclip and then just pull things out the side. So that's pretty cool. And in a belt, I think it runs like this. So, all right, there we go. That's pretty sweet too. Holds in the 22 round magazines really, really nicely. These things you can just pull off to the side, then pull out. Like that's really, really easy. And when they're locked in there, they're not going anywhere. So that's pretty cool. We take one out. Let's see how it does with just one magazine in there. Still really nicely. Holding it there really well, so that's pretty cool. And you could also just rip this off and pull it out that way, but honestly I feel like those tabs are pretty nice and allows you to easily and quickly just pull off the side and pull out there. So that's really cool and a great way to run with a few extra mags on your leg there. So that's pretty awesome. All right, hammer shot holster fits that perfectly. I mean, it is awesome. I have actually a hammer shot holster for my tactical vest, so it's a Molly rig, so it could go on either a tactical vest or anything that accepts Molly. But this is a drop leg, so that's really cool, and for people that don't like to wear things like that, this is a great option. Or if you don't have any space on your vest, this is another great option. So it holds in there really well. Like, it is perfectly molded for the hammer shot. It is just awesome. So yeah, really cool. Just unsnap there. Whoop, there we go. And then you can pull out. It's a little awkward because it's not actually on my body, but really comes out nice and smooth, goes back in nice and smooth. Really easy there, so pretty cool. Okay, same thing with the strife. Really nice fit. Really good hold. Really easy to draw and put back in really nicely there. That's awesome. And yeah, it's a great, great holster, guys. I highly recommend them. I mean, really, really easy. Now, the only downside to this holster is if you run 180s and you have an extended motor cover, this probably won't work So it's really made for 130s, which is fine and good for a secondary, in my opinion. 130s is really what you want, but if you do have a primary 180 build, this may not work. So really probably depends on the shape and contour of your motor cover, but that would be a very difficult thing to fit in there, I do believe. Alright, so the strife fits on there really nicely. Same with my Worker 22s. Like I said, really easy to pull out, really easy to put back. That's really nice. It fits on my leg nice and tight. I could probably even tighten this up a tad bit more. That's really easy to do. You just pull this out, which is kind of nice. They actually have this rubber on here that makes it stay on really well and not come loose, obviously, and loosen as you're running around. So that's really smart. I really like that he's done that. I mean, this is just high quality stuff, guys, but just pull it out like that. Pull this tighter, as tight as you want it, and then you just feed it through. Alright, as you can see, dump pouch works really nicely. You can probably even fit more magazines in there than that. It's a really nice dump pouch. And there's the hammer shot. Really nice too. This stuff is just great quality, guys. Really adjustable, really well made. Highly recommend it. I love it, and that's why I made these purchases. So actually the dump pouch did not quite fit onto my personal belt. The belt wouldn't quite fit through here. It might have been able to if I really forced it, but I didn't want to. This might be the Condor tactical belt. He also sells his own tactical belt. So if you buy his might fit. I would probably ask him if you want to run it on a belt and not on a molly rig, what the width belt recommended is for this, because those are 2-inch belts. I believe his is very similar to the Condor one. I have bought one. I don't know which. I can't really even tell them apart, to be quite honest. And I'm not sure which one that is that I have. But nevertheless, this is still pretty sweet. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership. Please smash that like button. It really helps out the channel. Please subscribe. And as always, peace out, guys.